let let us see what this image is speaking. See the manual megaphone. There are two things you see, right? One is a manual megaphone and another is a lion roaring. So the manual megaphone represents speak loud. How loud is the sound? As loud as roar of a lion. That should be the objective when designing a flyer. Choose an image which speaks about the event that you want to communicate. It's not that okay, this some image we can just can put it on, but better that select a good image, a clear image which speaks about the event itself. And whatever I will speak on this flyer design, it's almost all flyer type can follow the same thing. And just for your information, the different flyer are kind of like the promotional flyer and the product flyer. The different flyers are there, but flyers are always small in content. And so what it speaks, so what do we say? The speak loudly, speak visually. This is what we are going to learn now, practical tips on how to communicate visually. Okay, so remember this flyer, this page, when you are designing any PowerPoint presentation, also these are things applicable. Like always keep things clean. Okay, so one we will talk now the hierarchy. Since we are entering the vast world of graphics design, so at least we need to know some basic design principle. In this first session, I will talk briefly on the 5 principles which will help to design elegant flyers. So one of them is hierarchy. As a principle of art, hierarchy refers to the area of an artwork that dominate attention or the drawer's interest. Okay, it is often the place a viewer look first, and artist creates emphasis by contrasting the element of the art or a color or a shape. As here mentioned, there is something like something should be important on your flyer which the viewer's attention should bring. As I mentioned, don't make everything same size. Like here, everything is same size, right? Nothing is standing out. So there's no focal point, because at the moment there is nothing on the screen we are reading. But if it is with so many things, we may not be reading this one. So that's what it's like. If everything is important, then nothing is important. Correct? So on your flyer, something should be prominent. So I will be showing a picture now. Watch carefully and see which one you see first. Okay, and we will have a poll. You have to select what you see first. So now I'm opening a poll and let me know which one you see first. Oh, sorry, this is the wrong. But yeah, anyway, this is what of the thing. Like whenever you see a flyer, what you see, that's another thing. Maybe this I don't want now. This one, okay. So which one you saw first? Let me know. Did you see the crown image first? Did you see the word hierarchy in the white, or did you see the black text? Because depending on your choice, I mean, depending on you, what thing attracts you, you see that one first. Okay. Another 6% to participate, or you fine. So I've been just sharing this one. The result, you will see that maximum people either they saw the crown or the hierarchy, the word itself, because the image attracts people. Generally the image attracts, so people most of them they see image first. And Other thing is like the hierarchy word itself is in the white and bold, so immediately that grabs the attention. So that's what is the hierarchy is basically. Like this is what how we create hierarchy. Here is another example of hierarchy. See here, you will read this bigger letter first automatically, then the little smaller letter, and then you will read the smallest one. Definitely will not go to the smallest one. Your eye automatically goes to the big one. So this is one way of creating the hierarchy. Like whatever is important thing, bring it as a bold letter. Another way of doing is like same. All the letters or the line are of the same size. The font is of same, but the color of one line is little brighter. So the attention goes to there first. Okay, this is another way of creating the hierarchy. Third way of creating hierarchy, as we discussed, the image definitely attracts many people. So that in this picture, the number one is like the image itself, people will see. Second will be go the pose, the word itself. And finally, people will may see or may not see the third one, which is the effects and all that things, whatever is written there. So this is, I hope it's clear. The hierarchy part is clear. So we'll move to the second. It's called alignment. So alignment, yeah, there is some disturbance I'm seeing. It's okay. Okay. So alignment as a principle of art. Okay. So here alignment always creates line of the text or the graphics. Okay. So you probably won't notice when the elements are in a design are aligned, but you will definitely notice when they are not. A design with poor alignment will look cluttered and unfinished. So if you look at these images, first definitely, yeah. So can we stop writing on the screen? Okay. Uh, okay. So what I was telling is like, see, the first image looks very neat. So when you are putting images, ensure that their height are same and their width are same. So that will also look neat and properly aligned, keep the proper spacing. So that will look good. And you see this is look, second middle one looks little clutter, right? Okay. This middle one, when you look, it looks clutter. Although it is somewhat, some are aligned, some are not. But how neat this looks, this also does not look that good. So this is what is alignment is. So we need to take care. So we talk about hierarchy, we talk about alignment. Now we will talk the balance. Balance is kind of like, it's also an important aspect of the principle of art. Balance refers to a distribution of weight in a composition. That means, uh, I mean, this principle of balance most often refer to the visual heaviness or the shapes and forms in a artwork. So if you see that here, the image is of one side and the text are in other side, so they kind of do a balancing. Whereas here, it's not well balanced, correct? So that's what we have to check. Like if you put in a paper and you see that if you think that, okay, which one will go down? So that is what also we need to check. So that's another thing of the balancing and putting things in together in the right place. And what I have talked in the beginning also simplicity. Simplicity is, I mean, design tend to be more aesthetically pleasing when you do it things simply. I mean, when you create the simplicity. Simplicity is also more accessible, right? Look at the left hand side. It's so cluttered. Finding out the thing is will be difficult. And on the right hand side, definitely it is help us to get things done faster, more easily you can find things. Simplicity leads to the less need to instruct or the support. You don't have to tell them that, okay, you say, ask someone, okay, go and get the pen. So they will can easily go and pick up from the right hand side office. Whereas from the left hand side, it's not. So same thing is on the design also. When you put so many things into single slide or single flyer, what happens? People will not find what they are looking for. And so they will lose interest. So your whatever effort you put to create the flyer is kind of like will go in vain. And most and important concept is contrast. Okay, the contrast as a principle of art, contrast refer to the arrangement of opposite element. We will see in just a minute and how it affects. And for example, we will see the image. So now here, what you see, you can see that there is a grass, that means in a jungle, a deer is going and either some beast is following. It's not clear what it's a lion, it's a tiger, or it's a something else. It's not yet clear. So there is no real contrast here. But when you put a contrast, so in our story, definitely we want to tell that it's in jungle, and so and we want to say that there is a deer is being chased by one of the beasts. So if you take out the jungle, definitely we will see what they are. But take out in jungle, if we will not able to put the story on the right place. So how you can do that one is, sorry, the contrast is like here. See, the jungle is still there. And now we can see it's a deer and a bear, right? So this is what is like, you have to identify what is more prominent, give contrast to that one. So that will be visible, that will be eye-catching. The other thing will be like, it's it's important, it's required, but it's not that important. So that's what is contrast is. So now we got the key knowledge of design principles. I believe your perspective view of flyer has now changed completely. I hope that whenever you see any design, be it a flyer or a roadside poster, you will start looking for those 5 principles. So let's see some samples now. Here is a Lufthansa. So you can see these 5 principles, right? So properly aligned, properly balanced. There is a contrast. The yellow first attracts the eye, and so because company they want to show that okay they are interested to promote their product. So that's what it is. Here is another flyer of the same company. Okay, so here also you can see the text are properly aligned, properly balanced, and there is a contrast like the background and the text are properly contrast. Here from SBI card again, you can see that the heaviness is in the Diwali offer. The attract first the eye attracts there, and then whatever they want to attract, those things are top bigger later. The image is also there that okay, there's so many gifts are there. Similarly, here is for the Onam. Okay, so here is another sample from ISKCON. So I think your ISKCON Madhav Garden also here. So these are the samples where you can see simple things, very nicely things are arranged. Here is one more things for the daily Bhagavatam classes, what it was. And what about this? After looking those samples, how do you, so do you like these things? Certainly no, right? So these are so much cluttered. And second thing, the third one, you see that the image is taken from the internet and directly pasted here. So it does not look good, or at least does not look good as it was looking on the other things what we saw before. So what are the things we need to avoid? Also, we'll go quickly. Here is like, this first one looks good, but some principles are broken here. And what we see, this billboard ad actually does right thing, but the font and color choice could be a little bit something. If you work it, it would have better contrast, and the text alignment is off. uh, so this is what, although it looks not that bad, but at least some improvement can be. On the right hand side, everything is wrong, correct? So nearly the image and the clutter, almost the text color combination, certain things are not readable. So avoid these things. Some more things also we'll see. So when you are preparing a flyer, ensure that it's not too much words. Minimum words, whatever is required, you need to put that much. So because otherwise, so too much word, like we saw it here, people may not read everything. They will just give a look, and they will go away. So stick to what is essential only. So that much only. One of the writer, the flyer writer, he says maximum there should be 50 to 100 words maximum. So less is good, right? So that's what is one thing. And mismatching fonts. So when the fonts does not match, the message is not passed through. I mean, whatever message you want to pass. So always try to stick to the similar font, and maximum fonts use in 2 and 3, not because we got so many fonts, so we just fill it different line, different fonts. No, that does not look good, and aesthetic view is gone. Choosing the color is also most important thing. If you don't choose the color, the eye will be like it will hitting to the eye, and people may not read it. So always combine, I mean, go through a particular theme. Usually when you are designing on PowerPoint, we don't have to bother about that, because PowerPoint gives the theme color, so you can choose from the palette that we will see while you are doing the PowerPoint. And lack of negative spaces is like, if you fill everything, also it looks cluttered. Give some white space, improve the readability. And whatever is like focus, you need to that, you give that little bigger, and that will also help like your audience to grab the thing, whatever you want to communicate. And this is also, we already talked that alignment is one of the most important. Properly align the things, so it will look good. And scale, this is also another important thing. If you do the proper scaling, it will be like look smoother, right? So this is what we saw here. And this is most of the complicated thing, like when we put a text over the image, sometimes certain letters are not readable. So don't do that one. Contrast it. So how to contrast is put a layer over it to contrast it, so the background image will be a little blurry, and then your text will be very clear. And this is one of the interesting things. Like, see, certain things. This color of the font, this font itself, it's like more goes with kind of chocolate or the ice cream and all that. Not definitely a broken car. So you have to. This is one is tricky thing. Just keep in mind, it's not important at this point of time when you are starting, but slowly, when as you are doing, you will learn that as well. So we have to proper fonts. What fonts? I will also tell you what fonts generally you can start with. Then spacing between the lines. So it should be proper spacing, so it's a smooth reading. And two tips like use the sans serif font for heading, and for the body you can say serif fonts. We will just will see that what are the fonts are. And second thing is, it's not moving. Okay, these are the serif font. Is like you have, this is old style fonts basically. Serif font is old style, but like while printing books, you will see on the book these are the things you will see, like, because it was easy to compose on a composing machine, which today there is no such things are there, but still it helps to read the people. So second thing is sans serif font are smooth. These are mostly we see on the paper books. Sorry, online actually. Uh, okay, I think I am looking for something else, which is okay. So another thing is these are the funds. As I say that I will recommending you like these are the funds available on your PC. So you don't have to look for outside. This Helvetica, Government, Georgia, and Calibri and Times New. These are like age-old funds, and they have been proven in entirely in the publication world. These fonts make smooth reading and makes things much simpler. Another thing is very important to be consistent with your design. The moment people see, they understand, okay, this is for this particular program or something. So how we will make that consistency? We will bring the consistency. We will see that one. And third thing is like make the group related item together. Don't put here and there so people have to jump from here to there. No, when you put it together, it will be like much easier to focus on one single thing and understand what they want or what they were looking the information so they can find it out. And second thing is use high resolution image instead of the clip arts. It's much advised that you use your own photos if possible. Because today everybody has a mobile, so they can take a high resolution photos. And what will happen that brings that gives a feeling of like when you are, let's say I'm doing for ISKCON, so that means when I put my temple deities, so people have come to see the deity. So when they see that deity, it gives a connectivity with the deity itself. It gives a connectivity with the temple. So that's why we should use our own photos. And so that's small tip. And second thing is the branding is one of the one interesting aspect. It's definitely not for uh, the people in general, but when we are working for any community, when you are working for a company or corporate, a branding is a must. Like looking at that, people can understand what branding. We'll see some sample like see just I will show a part of Pizza Hut. I saw just a part of McDonald's. You will immediately can able to see and tell that okay, this is from this company. See, right? So here, look at this image. So the branding is like it's always a color and the combination. So like here I am showing one of the Citibank. Citibank always you will see in a gradient blue and over that city logo. Similarly, IKEA you will see always under yellow and blue, right? So Air India we will see always in red. So these are the things we need to take care. As I was talking, Lulu also, Lulu is always in green, right? So looking at this one, what do you see that in ISKCON also have some kind of branding? Because I'm bringing it to the front because many of our viewers will be designing for the ISKCON. So they are also aware of that, what branding ISKCON follows. Maybe you people also, the students also can design for Madhav Garden. So there is a branding here. You will see many things common. So looking at that immediately, you will say, oh, it's from ISKCON, right? So what branding ISKCON follows that we need to always keep in mind whenever designing for ISKCON. So three things. One is Srila Prabhupada. In all design, all flyers, on publication, Srila Prabhupada's photo is must. Second is the ISKCON logo itself. Its color was anything you can choose, but should be a single color. It should not be multiple color kind of thing. And third is like the founder Acharya statement. So this must be there in all the publications. So there is a book itself like why and how these things brings attention to the public and how it, I mean, why this branding actually, how this branding helps us. Or so, for example, like when we see as insider, so what we see, we feel that ISKCON, I mean, it's our organization. and we think that okay, it's like kind of our it gives a feeling like it's ours. Similarly, outsider, when they see what they feel like, the same feeling what we feel, they also feel the same thing. So they get the feeling, okay, this is ISKCON. It's one of the, I mean, reputed ISKCON brand, right? So that image it gives. Just to give a flyer, so they don't understand it's from ISKCON, so they will say, okay, one of the organization kind of thing. So building blocks. So what happened in building blocks? Like, see, this is ISKCON Bahrain is there, but other things are missing, right? So what we can do, we can just bring this simple things, three things, all in one place, and it become corporate standard or ISKCON standard. Some another thing, as I mentioned, that we should use the image of, in the previous one, you see it's again ISKCON image, but here what I'm trying to say is like when we bring our own deities, so people are going to the temple, they're seeing these deities, so they have a connectivity. Some people they talk, so when they see, they get connected immediately. They see that image and they feel that, oh, I mean, see, like for example, we are sending this one of the festival function. So when we see that one, people will say, oh, last time I had been to Janmashtami, it was a fun time and really I enjoyed that one. I had a peaceful time, I will go this time. So that's what the connectivity comes in. So always try to put our local photos, be it the deity, be it the devotees, or be it the festival. So that will bring a complete what I'm trying to say, building the block. So building the block is like once you build a block, you can reuse it again and again. So you just change the photo here, change the photo there, and change the timing, and your flyer is ready in minutes, right? So here is a sample block what we use also. So we will see like how we can do that one. So I will do a practical demo now. So screen sharing stopped. Okay. Okay. So actually, for an amateur and non-designer, initially it's very difficult to design something of own, right? Because we don't have that designing concept, what the designers have been taught for years, and they know what to put, how to plan those things. So best thing is to follow what coming from an expert. So that's what usually I do. I just go and see some of the templates and check how I can I mean make similar things, right? So here I just picked up one from the ISKCON Richmond, and it's very simple, but it's also effective because the picture is good selection, and the colors are uh, like how it goes. You understand the who is, it first goes to ISKCON Richmond. So understand the who is the producer of this flyer. Second, you can see the picture itself. Okay, who is he? Is Hari Prasad Das, and what he will speak, right mode to study and the scriptures. And when, how I can get to this one, the details are there. So how we can design the same thing, looking at this. So I have just created it so we can do it make faster. Like say, here is the one, so we can make something like this. And how we do it is just draw a simple square here, right? So this is how it comes. We can change the color to match with this one, or we can change the color from choosing from the palette itself. So let's say he has been using a lighter palette here. Similarly, you can select a lighter palette. What is the advantage of selecting from the palette? And otherwise, you can always select it. Let me come here, and it's a fill. I want to say match the color. So then I can come and I can click here the eyedropper, and I can select it here, right? So that changes here. So similarly, if I come here, uh, here also I will say it's not a gradient fill, I will say solid fill, and I can come here and eyedropper, and So this is how, so then I can pull Prabhupada here, then I can place my ISKCON logo here. So this is how I can build the blocks, right? Okay, so this goes behind. You can bring them forward by selecting here, bring to the front. So it will come here and I can put it. Okay, so then I can bring it here. Okay, so I will send it back, so I don't have to bring it everything, send it back. So here it comes. Right. One important thing is like you can remember the control D I have mentioned here. Like, so control D is kind of like duplicate. Anything you want same color, same thing, so you can always press control D. Oh, this becomes this one. Okay. No, I don't want this. Anyway, so I have, because it's sitting on top of this, so I'm not able to select that one. So control D, so it creates similar thing. So I can bring it here. And I will send it back, or I will bring this one top. So this is what I was talking. When you know the layer concept, you know it's sitting on top one of the other. So no, bring front. Okay. So now I push it back. So it sits. So see, one of other it's sitting. So that's why it is the layer, and it's transparent. And it's a matter of it's a simple one. So it's very easy to do. So this way, and now your template is ready. And you can utilize multiple like as your program changes or your speaker changes, you just replace the picture, replace the name, replace the text, and replace the timing, and your flyer can go anytime. So one other, how to take the image from here, I hope everybody is familiar with what do you call that, snipping tool. So if you are familiar with snipping tool, I usually use that one, because what I do is I create image something like this, and then what I do is I do this one, the slideshow. So it comes here, and then I don't have the snipping tool ready, I think. So then what I could do is like I take the snipping tool and cut it this way, and then I put it to my WhatsApp. So that way it's like really easy and not clutter anything. So while you're talking before, so I was telling that not to use the colors like this through eyedrop, or I prefer to do through the themes. What is the themes? Like say when you do it, whenever you are doing, by default you choose some color, right? So you do with that same thing. So what is the advantage of that is, say suppose I want to give a different look of it. And first of all, like I need to understand what is the colors combination, how to what color contrast to the other. So those things I don't have to bother about. You come to the design, and I will just show it. So I will just show it, and other slide I will show, but here I will also show that here there is called a color. I change the color, let's say orange. So now see, my look has completely changed. Wherever is, but whereas here the color didn't change, even if I change the font over there, because these are fixed color, whereas I have used here the theme color. So that is one of the advantage. So like when you are doing a series of the program, like first day, second day, third day, fourth day, fifth day kind of thing. So in that case, you can change change the color, and so the consistency will be there, right? So the design consistency will be there. And at the same time, so looking at that, they will say, oh, it's from Madhav Garden. Okay, it's from this particular thing. So they will understand that, okay, this is same program, only the different day. That's why the color is changed. So we don't have to work hard for this one. This is one thing. I will go back to the default color theme. Okay, so then that's what I was talking is like change the theme for a different look. Okay, and add a background and wallpaper. Like, see, this is a simple design. There is nothing more. But if you generally any of this one design, you will see that if nothing works out, you don't get a right color of background. At least you can choose anything from the nature or anything from the flowers. So that will go well. So just I'm showing here. I have one flower. So this enhance the beauty of the slide. See, just a flower, nothing I put this some, right? Similarly, I can also bring a natural scenario. Okay, so when I bring this one, see, this is nature, right? So this also enhance the look of the slide itself. And this is what I'm telling you, add a relevant image to the enhanced message. So it's always advised or it's always guided by the designer that make a right image, like you are doing for some image like Janmashtami, so it should be related to Janmashtami. If you are doing it a kite festival, so it should be kite related thing. Or it's a skydiving, so it should be skydiving related image. So that will enhance the message actually. And yeah, so what I was telling that the photos, like when you are trying to put the deity's photo and all this thing, is like you can go to the Shyamography in Facebook and you will get a lot of photos from our Shyam Sundar, Radha Bharaneshwar and God Nitai and all. Even if as deity, I mean festival photos like some Kirtan Mela photos you want or something like, so you can go there, or from Kamalesh Prabhu's Facebook, or I think Neil Madhav Prabhu also put on his Facebook. So these things you can always use. So second thing is you Google image search for specific event. Yeah, so certain things like we will see that how what I'm trying to say. Another thing is like I'm taking this out. Keep it simple. Why I'm saying keep it always simple. So we can follow the design of Microsoft, because Microsoft put so much effort into it designing the things. For example, like this is simple thing. I want to change it to a different color scheme. So I can go it here, it will change, right? So here it changes. Proper color contrasting and proper font also it will change. So this is one way, like Ajay said, that we can always give a new look to this one. Otherwise, we can change the design theme itself. Okay, so see here, this looks cool actually. So you select this one. There, if you don't like green, you want blue, you can take blue. If you're a girl, you want a pink color or this color, so you can take this one. You want darker theme, you can put a darker theme. So this is how your design can change. So you can choose many designs available on the Microsoft. So you build a block, and then you can change the things and make things different look, give a different look, then little bit changes here and there, and you will have a new design or new flyer ready with you. Okay, so let me go back to whatever I had before, so we can not this. Okay, fine. So thing is like we when we're designing this space, I just had the ready-made thing like ISKCON logo, Prabhupada was there, and this Prabhu is there. But then how we can make our own things, because we will not be getting this thing ready-made, right? So this is what like says for Prabhupada. I have taken from different place, different Prabhupada, and I don't remember why I put this one here. Anyway, so how to do this one? Because when I say that, see, like when you are designing, taking from internet, say like you, I took the sample, then I want to create the similar thing, what we design here, similar thing I want to design here. So how we will do? I want this to be in a rounded Radharani, right? So let me stop the sharing, and so I can go to internet screen sharing. Yeah. So I can go to internet, and then I will say Radharani. Or Radhashtami. And I go to image. So yeah, this image, that image, which image? Let's say I'm taking this image. So I want only the face part. Let's say I copied the image. Are you able to see, everybody?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Very good.
Yes,
Nice.
Prabhuji.
Thank you for feedback. So I put it here as image. Now I want this round cutout. How I do that one? That's what is interesting thing. What we do is here, we go here, and then we just draw a shape here. Okay, it should be round shape. So how we can make round shape? Here, come here, make it 3, 3. So when we make it 3, 3, oh sorry, it become 4. 3, 3. So it become a perfect round now. Okay, I want to see also Radharani's face little bit, so I can understand that you can change the transparency here. Okay, you see now Radharani's face behind. So I can place it right way. So what you have to see is how much space you are giving left hand side, right? Give the same space on the right hand side, if possible on the top also. But in this image, we don't have space for the top. So at least give left hand side, right hand side, same spacing, so it will look good. So once that is done, you select the image, control button, select the round shape, and here you will come to here the format, and you will see here merge shapes, right? So merge shape is our tool for designing many things you will achieve with this. And I say intersect. So now we have a round shape image ready. So this way what happens, you can make anything, then you can bring you can make a flower or something. Okay. Similarly, any image, any not only this, uh, you want a different shape kind of thing, that also you can do it. Like for example, I put it here, and I want a different shape. Okay, it came back something, no problem. So I want a different shape. So let's say this time I want a star shape. I can put it here, bring Radharani's face in between the star. Okay, it will not come good, but let me try whatever it is comes. Okay, so I'm taking this image first, and the shape second. That's important now. First is the image, and then the star. So then you say intersect, and you have the image on the star shape kind of thing. So this easy, and this is a cool trick, right? What else I want to show you here is that, yeah, I mean, with this you can easily make, as I said, here I was showing is like templates, different templates. Same thing, like see the first day I put it like this, and the second day, on the day of the event, I can put on top of that there is a today. Or if you don't like white background, some people they don't like white background, so then you can put something contrast like this. For example, I will take it here, here, let's say here. But no, it's not able to touch. Okay, let me select. Okay, so I want to do a gradient fill. Then you can select the preset gradient. Let's say I want something called, yeah, which will be contrasting. So let's say this gradient I will take. And so maybe this way you can do, you can play it here, right? So different color, or you want a radial. So you can select how it should be. It's center radial or top radial, left radial. You can play, and what goes well, you can play with that one. And if sometime you can bring it like down also, so radial will be visible here itself. Okay, so this is different way to do the things. And as I was saying that I have ready now. I want to show something here also. Yeah. So now if you go, see, like here is Nityanantrayadasi. So I can bring it here, right? Full picture instead of this round shape and all these things. So if you go to internet also, you will say Nityanantrayadasi, you may get that picture. Nityanantrayadasi, yes. See, this picture is readily available, so you don't have to struggle much. So that's what I'm telling. Creating a flyer is much easier because things are ready. We just need to understand those what do you call that, the design principles. You have to remember how things should be aligned, how should be balanced, and then contrast you have to bring in. So like here, when you look, the picture itself in Nityananda's picture, so the attraction goes to the Sri Nityananda because his text is a little higher and color also given a little bright color. So that goes first, attraction. What is this? Nityananda Trayodasi. Then the Sunday, January, when the function is. So this is the hierarchy that it's created on this image. So this is, once you notice these things, I mean, you start noticing when you look the flyer, then you can apply those things on your design and things will come very nicely. So then you can go for the complex flyers, something like this, you can make it. So see, this has changed. This was originally designed with a different color scheme. Let me go back. Not this. Anyway, so something changed here. Anyway, so this is what you can design a complex uh, flyers. Like say here, as I was explaining, is like here it's not properly balanced because this side little looks empty and it looks like this side is little heavy, looks like, right? So just add a gradient fill black with under the background color and this becomes balanced, correct? So similarly here I put the image of that same image what I said that, and it looks balanced again. And here is a different positions, the same design. This is what it gives the consistency, like okay, they understand, okay, this is Bhajan Sandhya, and every time they see, okay, it's from Bhajan Sandhya, that consistency it brings. And it's also grouped. As I said that we should group the picture images, or you put the things in a group, right? So here it differentiate Bhagavad Gita class from the Bhajan Sandhya itself. So whoever is interested for Bhagavad Gita information, they can pick it from here. And whoever interested for the Bhajan Sandhya, they can pick it from here. Who is anchoring, who is narrating, who is singing, and who are the blessers. So these are the different. I mean, this is one of the complex flyer actually, because it puts so many information in one place. So it's very. I mean, there is chance that it become clutter very easily, but a little bit understanding of the flyer design concept, what we talked initially, the 5 points. If you remember those 5 points very well, and if you see, this is here, like I have used the tool to cut the image to this side. So now need not be like they give a group picture, and from that you can pick up the picture and bring into the right mood. It may be a round picture, it can be a square picture, or it can be a star picture, it can be a heart picture, whatever the picture, whatever way you want to put. And designing also very simple here. Like, okay, another thing I wanted to also show here, how I got this shape, because we don't see this shape, right? So I will just show that one and we will close this session. Yeah, maybe because of that I bring it here. So say I will go round shape. So let's say we will do it that one, how we will do it here, or let me create a new slide. So here is a round shape, bring it here. Okay. And then another shape, let me do it something like this. Okay, so let it cover the entire thing. So I want to go back. This is bigger one. Bring to front. No, bring forward. No. Send backward. I change the color of this one. Let's say yellow. And so I want to cut it to the half, right? So that's what I wanted to show you. So how we can do that one? Again, as I say, that is our the most handy tool. So I take it like this and I put it. Oh, it's not playing. Then I select this. This is first because I want to subtract, right? So I select this one. Then I say merge shape. I say subtract. So what happened? It has become now say half shape. I will just subtract it. Similarly, I can subtract from here also. Same thing, same way. Okay, so here it goes. And I select the first round one, then the square one, and I will say subtract. And here it fits in, right? So now it is a round shape here. And top of that it sits here. I put another shape so you can easily create this shape what I have designed here. So this is your home task. Maybe you can do it. Anybody have any difficulties, you can always reach to Madhav Garden and you let know your difficulties, and we can always help you to increase your creativity using PowerPoint and maybe a presentation or maybe as a flyer. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the Madhav Garden and for your presence, for listening to me. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, thank you very much for the nice class. I hope all the children enjoyed and learned something new this time, right? Haribol.